How does an opioid overdose happen? My goodness, and how can you reverse it? These are scary things to address, but we need to talk about them. Opioid-related overdoses are the #1 cause of death in adults under age 45. In fact, they've even reduced the American life expectancy. They are preventable. It's key that when someone is prescribed an opioid, they talk with their prescriber to make sure that the dose is right and that they don't have any specific risk factors that place them at greater risk of experiencing it. Opioid overdoses occur when the part of the brain that sedates you is overactivated. When that occurs, a person simply stops breathing. To an outsider, this might manifest as a person becoming more sleepy, more sedate, drawing out words, not responding as quickly. That's an early stage. As these stages progress, that person will slip into a state of unconsciousness and then ultimately discontinue breathing altogether. It is key that if you are prescribed an opioid and you have risk factors for opioid-related overdoses, that you and your loved ones are taught how to use the rescue medication naloxone. Naloxone can be picked up from many pharmacies without a prescription that's specific to you, just through standing orders across many states. In addition, talk with your prescriber about receiving a naloxone prescription when you receive your opioid. Families and friends are key to be taught how to use this drug because you can't administer it yourself. Drugs like naloxone help reverse opioid-related overdoses by binding to the exact same receptors that opioids are already bound to. By allowing those opioids to unbind from that receptor, ultimately a person will start to wake up. It's key that any person who's received naloxone immediately receive medical attention. Naloxone only transiently unblocks the receptors, and that person is at risk for relapse. Have friends and family call 911, get you to a hospital, and receive quick medical attention. This is the worst state of opioid-related problems, and ultimately it's unlikely to happen to you if you're prescribed opioids, but conversations with your prescriber are key, so have them early and have them frequently. What if we are the generation that ends this opioid epidemic for good? Opioid-related overdose deaths are now the #1 cause of death in adults under age 45. Their influence has been so great, they're even reducing the American life expectancy. These trends have us fearing the worst, and as a result, we begin to view opioids as the enemy. The drugs that we've long trusted to help kill pain are now killing us, and with this, we fear what they'll take from us when we take them. But what if opioids aren't the enemy? What if our misunderstandings of them was? What if we truly took the time to understand pain and addiction from the perspective of those dealing with it? Would our stories have happier endings? You see, the opioid epidemic is always personal. I lost my own nephew, just 24 years old, after sustaining a head injury in a skiing accident, unable to live with the pain anymore and unable to navigate the medical system, to suicide. You see, the opioid epidemic is a story about all of us. It's about the people we love, the people we've lost, and the people we fear losing. Medical providers can't prescribe us out of the opioid crisis. Government agencies can't regulate us out of it. Drug treatment programs can't counsel us out of it. It is time that we start to fight the myths about opioids instead of the drugs themselves. What would the world look like if we were equipped with the information on how to use opioids wisely, store them safely, avoid their risks, and reverse their problems? It's time we turn our attention away from the battle against opioids and instead put our focus on the people who may truly benefit from their use, or those who are facing their consequences. What if we all work together? Hope is in sight, and this crisis is ours to end. This can be the generation to do it. That ending must include you.